Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got something a little bit different. If you saw the last video, shout out to you and shout out to all the SESH fans. Last video we ranked every single Bones album, under the name Bones, not The Kid or any singles. We just did the albums and EPs, of course, too. But we couldn't really go into any detail, like much of detail for any one of them. It would have taken forever to go through the whole catalog and just, it's gonna take a long ass time. So today, I'm gonna start off with a classic album, Skinny. I think we can all agree this is like one of his best. Even Genius says it right here. But yeah, this is a great album. So I just thought, okay, let's take every single track. We got them all right here. We got our tier list set up, and we're gonna rank them, okay? And as always with the tier list, if one song is like in front of another one, that's the better one. That's all I can really say. Let's stop wasting time, just get right into it. First song, Skinny. I mean, I don't really know how to rank this since it's just the intro, and there isn't any rapping on here or any verse from Bones at all. It's just a grief beat. Any grief produced song for me is like automatically gonna be highly ranked probably because he's amazing. But yeah, I mean, it's just a really chill intro. It's not very long. It sets the mood, really it does. So also this is a Kai Kai sample. If you like Suicide Boys, they also sampled this artist on And So It Was, I think it was. They sampled Glass. Well, this song is just great. I don't know, it's a great intro. I don't have really anything bad to say about it. I mean, there isn't a Bones verse on it, but that's the case with, I think, most of his intros. He doesn't really have a verse. It's just setting the mood. Usually it's like the title of the album, and he goes in. So this, as an intro, we're just gonna place it in the middle. I think that's fair. It's an intro. It's not much to be said about it. However, it goes right into the track White Punk on Dope. Now this one we can look at a little bit closer, as it's produced by Vagard, also a great producer. For me, this track, when I first heard the album, like I don't know, years back when I first heard this, I thought it was like the best song ever. Like, I thought this was like, that was the shit. I didn't really care about, like, when I heard the song, I was like, okay, whatever the rest of the album's gonna be, this is already hard. But now that I look at it, it's pretty simple. The beat is amazing, so that really just kind of carries it. And him talking about like his usual lyrics about like saying no to labels, doing it on his own. They studying his moves, to want to find out how can an independent artist make so much, how can he have such a big movement going when he's not being funded by anybody. So that's what they're wondering. And he's just basically laughing in their face. I mean, he's just saying it straight up that, yeah, you guys are not amounting to nothing. You're never gonna be like me, basically. Too many offers, inbox still loading. So yeah, Bones is just, yeah, he doesn't want your email. So I guess if you're a label, you can fuck off. Yeah, I mean, other than that, there's not too much to say about the song. It actually has a chorus, which, as for a lot of underground artists, it's not often the case. But this one, I think it's great. I think it's a nice chorus. It's a great first, like, song where he performs. For me, this is easy, like, it has to be A tier. It's not S tier, just because I think it's a little too simple. But simplicity is always something that's worked, really well for Bones. So, it's one of his strengths. Right, Hollister Jeans is the next one. This song I also really like. I understand if you find his voice like maybe a little bit boring if you don't listen to much of Bones. Then if you listen to this song, you probably think like, oh, this guy's like half falling asleep on the track. And he may be slightly, I don't know, he may be high as hell, but whatever, in whatever, state he was, he made a great song. Like, you're gonna tell me this beautiful grief beat and him just kind of gliding on it, smooth. he's not saying too much on here, but I always love when he talks about like his journey. Like, yeah, I love this line. Like, packed a backpack, got up on the last flight, red eye, black blunts landed in my next life. What he means basically is, he went from Michigan to LAX, which is the LA airport, where he's now. So, yeah, this is fucking great. I mean, this song is really good. I also love the chorus. Well, I just said it, he doesn't have a lot of choruses, and he has one on the very next song. Very nice. But this is catchy. Like, I don't really understand if you don't think this is catchy. I don't think it's better than White Punk on Dope. Definitely do not think so. But this is like a solid song. Like, it's a solid B plus, I think, is fair. Hair Hang Down. Now this track, when I first heard it, I was kind of confused by this beat because I haven't heard of this producer. When I first heard this, I didn't really know who this was. So I was expecting something like different, and it definitely is. Like, this beat is way different than any other ones on the album. You can tell. It's also a shorter song on this album, but it just goes in. I don't know. I love it when he comes in here and he's just like fucking like almost screaming like these first lines. He's just going great, and even this outro, which is like repetitive as hell, just goes great with the beat because the beat has a lot of switches, especially at the end. So, I mean, yeah, like this song is not bad. It only has one verse. He's not saying too much. I mean, no, really, now that I look at it, he's not really saying anything. But that's kind of the thing about Bones' music. Even when he doesn't say like too much substance, stuff on his songs, it's still gonna be a vibe. He's still gonna flow on the song. It's still gonna sound good, which is the reason I love him so much. So, and with all the work that he's put out, it's obvious that he's gonna like not have like a super clever thing to say on every single song, and this is one of those instances. But the beat still makes the song great, and his flow and everything. That's why I'm gonna rank it right behind Hollister Jeans. I don't think it's better. No way. USB. Now this is one of my favorites. I mean, one of my favorites is hard to say because this whole album is like full of heat. I don't think we're gonna find a song in C tier, to be honest. I don't think that's gonna happen. But this guy, he also produced Links' Broadband Router on Garbage. And I mean, holy hell, this song is crazy. Like, the intro is very long to when it actually starts. Like, starts out with the static and like weird fucking computer sounds or something, and then he just comes in and his voice is deep as hell on this song, especially. But he's and the first line, let's look at this, plugged like a motherfucking USB. Drivers updating while I'm counting up the USD. Might not like look that smart, but I think it's a cool line. Sadly, once again, this song is short as fuck, mainly because the intro is very long, and then he just comes in, does his little like 12 bars and then dips. Fine with me, because if I want to listen to more, just listen to the song again. Okay, that's how it kind of goes. Also, when he ends the verse, I think that has a really nice effect on the production. Like, you can really tell, like, when his last line drops, how the beat kind of switches up a little bit. But yeah, USB, I mean, this is a classic. I think there's a music video for this too, I'm pretty sure. USB for me, gonna go A plus for me. So far we haven't had an S tier song. I might be tripping, but I think this is right. Okay, next one's Protein. Protein, this song is great. Like, this song is straightforward. Riding around with the crew here, doing the shit that I do. Which I thought was the hook. No, this is the hook. I mean, fuck is a major, obviously. He dropped out, so, that's what he's saying here. Once again, not saying too much, but this fucking beat, like, this beat is amazing. This is one of the, like, hardest beats. Also has like on a song later that we're gonna see, which is Bubbles. There's like bubble effects actually in the background, and it's also the case here, which is really cool. Um, but yeah, this is a very, once again, straightforward song. There isn't too much to talk about, which is kind of how this album starts. It starts off kind of simple, but just be ready for when this, after this interlude comes in, for what's about to happen. So this one, it's hard for me to rank this, but I think it's gonna go above White Punk on Dope, but I do like USB more. And now the last track before the interlude. This song is great because there's one line here, yeah, when he's talking about the end, where he's tied up to the boat going down with the ship. Spark a blunt with my toast just to get a last hit. I mean, you can say what you want about that, but I fucking love that. That's actually fire. So, yeah, you can see once again how short some of these songs are. That's just the nature of Bones. If you don't like that, then maybe this is not for you, okay? That's fine too if you don't like his music. But yeah, Grief Beat, Hold Still. The Grief song is called Hold Still, which is why he starts off with the line as well. Very smart. I love this song. Really love this song. But I'm gonna rank it like probably right here. Right here is good, yeah. Life as a House. This is the interlude. If I'm not tripping, it should be another Grief. Yeah, it is. But he's actually like a little bit of dialogue in here. If you read through it, I think he's he wants to say that this is like applying to him in a way where he's just like completely isolated, he doesn't do anything, he's barely alive, just kind of screams it at the end. Which, once again, the first listen of this album is a different experience. If you hear this for the first time, it's just great for what's about to happen after. That's kind of how I'm looking at this. But the Life as a House interlude itself, it's just an interlude. There isn't much to be said about it. However, I don't like it more than Skinny. The Noise Inside My Head. Now we find the first S tier song. I'm just gonna put it in there because it's alone, and I'll explain why. It's firstly, I'm pretty sure the longest song on here. This is like 3 minutes or something. But he is not playing on this, okay? He's not playing at all. He's really has to let everybody know this time that he's on the track and he's doing his thing. Curtis Aaron produced it. He did a great job. This beat goes hard as hell. This is honestly probably like, I just closed the shit, nice. But it's probably like top 3 beats on here. There's a couple more coming that are definitely in conversation for that as well. But this song is crazy. Like, it has, firstly, we actually have 2 verses, which is something I love to see when I hear a Bone song, and it's like 3 minutes long. You can probably expect 2 verses, or at least like, I don't know, an outro chorus or something like that. I never need payback, only get payments. It's nobody like me, for sure, no Caucasians. He's flowing crazy on this song, which is why I love it so much. And why the hell is this genius? Bones has blunt ash on his blade. Okay, ash on my razor. I mean, yeah, he does. That's verified. Thank you, genius. And also, when he comes in the second verse, like after the first one, it kind of goes back to that long intro that we have at the beginning, where it's just the beat and you don't really know what's about to happen. And then the beat just drops out of nowhere, and he just says, "Thought I was done, but bitch, no, I don't stop." Like, that shit goes hard as fuck. People impressed with you, but I am not. He's, you'd probably be concerned if I was watching. And then also, I love this outro where it's like, yeah, you don't have to watch me, Nobody's asking you to listen to my music. Nobody's asking you to really look at any of his content. So why the hell are you here to complain? It's kind of what he's trying to say, which I mean, I understand that. There's critics for everything out there. I mean, what I'm doing here basically is criticizing it, or, well, I'm just praising it, but you get the idea. Yeah, this is a great song. This is the easy S tier. The easiest S tier of my life. Now, for the next one, I'm not sure if I can also put it in S tier, because it is great. It's a grief beat, once again. It's super chill. This is like one of his most chill songs. You know, he doesn't have to pop a seal to sleepwalk. I let the dope speak for me, bitch, I don't even talk. You know, Bones, he's always been heavy on the dope, so it doesn't surprise me. He wants to be with the trees. That's what, also another thing that I love about Bones is like, I mean, I listen to a lot of rap, but I don't hear much like being said about nature and shit, and like fucking trees and whatever the hell he's talking about. And I'll just weed when I'm talking about trees, but he really just gives me that nature vibe. And I love that. You know, as a huge nature guy, you need to just appreciate a lot of his lyrics. Also on other albums that I'm pretty sure I'm going to cover as well. Yeah, this song is great. This song has an amazing beat. And also this chorus, he just starts like kind of singing. Like, this just goes crazy. This song, I really recommend you listen to. It's one of the, like, I think easiest songs if you listen to Bones to get into, really, because he's not just really chill on this. I don't see how you could possibly hate this. Even his lyrics on this song are really good. You know, once again, people copy cats and whatever, trying to emulate him, looking stupid. He's making a point here. Time for me to make a point. I do think it's better than USB, but it's probably not S tier for me, at least. Shrimp Pizza. This is one of the biggest songs on here, except Where the Trees Meet the Freeway. We're gonna get to that. But it's like, yeah, it's like Shrimp Pizza, Noise Inside My Head, and Where the Trees Meet the Freeway. I think those are like the biggest songs on here. The Shrimp Pizza is classic. I mean, we all know this song. If you clicked on this video, you probably know this song. Cool thing about this song is how it has a first half with the one beat and then instrumental switch. And he comes back and he's basically says the same stuff that he said in his first verse, but he says it in a different order. And his opening line is one of his most iconic. Like, this is one of the most iconic Bones lines. It's simple as hell, but it's just like, bitch, when I call, pick the phone up. He even has merch for this now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this song is great. This beat is, like, when you listen to this song, it didn't even feel like a grief beat. It was just like so amped. Like, it was hype, kind of. Almost like, there's another album with, it was Banshee, where he produced The Difference Between Us also, which also didn't really feel like a grief beat to me, because it was just like such a different vibe than what he normally does. And I've listened to like all of Grief's projects. So yeah, this song, I mean, it's classic. It's so catchy. You awake, you can't even get a bill. When I sleep, I make money. I mean, he's not lying. And dropping hits like this, he should be making the money. This guy says hard as fuck. I don't have anything else to say about it. Shrimp Pizza goes right behind the Noise Inside My Head, because I just like the lyrics more. I love it when Bones gets like pretty lyrical. That's just my personal favorite way to listen to him, because he really has that ability. He can really write some good songs if he, takes this time and does it. He can always flow. That's not something that he needs to worry about at all. But Dead in Designer Clothes, another great song, another really chill song. I actually saw a Lil Peep Star Shopping cover with this beat behind it, and it worked really well. Just kind of goes to speak for this beat. Yeah, it's great. The hook is chill. It has like those background vocals as well. And when he comes in, I love his ad libs as well when he just like says something like ash on the floor and then he just says it in the background again. That's one of my favorite things when I'm listening to him. Just really catchy once again. Um, Also like this line. Just because you're making music too don't mean we are right. Like, you're making music, but why the hell are you coming up to me talking to me like I know you or something? Once again, something very understandable. And Bones, he's one of the realest out there to do it, so take it from him. Dead End Designer Clothes, for me, it's better. It's better than High Visibility Raincoat. I don't think I can put it up into S tier. I don't think I can do this. This tier list is gonna look crazy because I don't think there's gonna be much here at the bottom. But that's just my personal opinion. If you guys disagree with any of this, you can let me know. Cranbrook Estates. This song, when I first heard it, I honestly didn't like it. Just because I could barely hear the motherfucker on the song. Like, you could barely hear Bones on the song, I feel like. The beat, however, I think the best way to listen to the song is just lay back and just feel this beat. Because this is really a beat to be felt. This is amazing. I love it. It's, it's not very complicated. Once again, the song isn't really that complicated. The beat is the main thing I love about this song. Bones is flowing on it. You can kind of hear him, but yeah, he's kind of not very loud on this song, which is something I like. I prefer his like screaming or hype energy, much more into the chill. But we're gonna put, oh my god, I'm probably gonna put it right around here. I think that's fair. I do think USB is a little bit better than it. It's a totally like different vibe, of course, but it's still really good. Now, Emilio Estevez, the Mighty Duckman. I really still I don't know. Oh, it actually says it here. Emilio Estevez played Coach Gordon Bombay in Disney Mighty Duck trilogy. How the hell does he come up with these titles? Like, fucking titles, they never have anything to do with the song. Most of the time they don't. There's some on here that do. Like USB, Herring Down. There's a couple songs, but sometimes he does this kind of shit. But I love this because how he just comes in, it's like he's giving me like a comeback vibe almost. Because he's saying like, everybody hate me now, just wait till I drop this. And obviously when he dropped this, everybody was like shocked at how good it is. Because his last albums they were really good in my opinion at least. But, he got a lot of hate for mainly things like Teen Witch and stuff, which happened in the same year, which I can kind of understand. However, I like Teen Witch, so can't speak too much on that. But yeah, this album just paved the whole way for his future, basically, I think, because this is like the one that stands out from this time. This one and Rotten for me as well. They're like the two albums that kind of stand out here, which is just why pretty much every song on this album hits. And hits like crazy. Like, this beat is kind of spooky. It's similar to the Himalayan Salt beat on Powder. Kind of similar to that vibe. But, I mean, Bones has some creepy songs, or not really creepy songs, but the beat might be like kind of creepy, kind of scary. However, he always goes hard on them. He always goes hard on them, and he'd teach you how to drop shit. Walking at my own pace, I still get first place. Once again, he's talking about his independence. He's just finding creative words to put that into his song. So this song is pretty hard. It's a pretty hard song. For me, that's pretty easily gonna be right around here. It's not one of my favorites on here. However, there's no song on this album that I would ever skip. Like, they're all good to me. which is why none of them are down here. Next thing goes also for this song. However, this is probably the most unique song on here because he's kind of singing all this. I mean, he's not even really rapping. He's just talking about a person drowning in water, basically, which was why the song is called Bubbles, because he remembers the sound bubbles being broken, which is kind of a weird picture if you think about it. It's kind of scary. But this song doesn't have much to it. However, this beat, once again, I always have to say, especially when Grief is producing, is magical. Like, this is a fucking magical ass beat. And just for that alone, I'm gonna have to definitely put it up into A tier at least. And I'm probably gonna put it all the way over here, like right in the middle of A tier is pretty good for this. Now, where the trees meet the freeway, I don't think we have to have any discussion that this is the best song on the album. I get it, it's the biggest song, you may not find this opinion valid, but I actually, for this specific album, I understand why it's the biggest song. Because it has the most beautiful beat, one of the most beautiful beats I've ever heard, and it's honestly one of the most beautiful songs that I've ever heard. Lighten up the blunt when I'm thinking of you. Like, also the music video, you need to watch for it as well. But just, this is classic Bones right here. When I think about Bones and him going on the track, he's gonna do these types of things. He's gonna maybe start rapping, switch it up, and then switch it up again, which is exactly what he does on this song. He's like kind of slow rapping with the beautiful piano beat. Then this break comes in, and it's like a fucking, I don't know, almost like a storm in the background, where his vocals are just like so low mixed, and he's almost whispering. And then the beat drops again, and he's going in. He's just saying fuck you and fuck you and fuck everybody else. Yeah, this is an amazing song. This is one of his most popular songs as well, I think. And I understand completely why. This is easily the best song on here. I don't think there needs to be much debate about it. Once again, this song is just great, and Curtis Aaron, he destroyed this beat. I don't know how he sat in that studio and made that beat, but I thank him for it, because otherwise we wouldn't have this song. And for the last song, you might be surprised here, you might not agree with me, but it's S tier, and it's better than Shrimp Pizza. Skechers Back to School Sale. Once again, what I have to point out is the drip beat. I think the Drip 133 song is called Held Happy, if I'm not mistaken. That might be the wrong one. But this beat is so good. Like pretty much any of Drip's beat, they're really good. But this one just got me in a whole nother vibe. This one just got me feeling like, I don't know, some kind of forest, just chilling there, maybe smoking, doing some kind of shit like that, and just, it's just a peaceful beat. Linkin Park, when I spark, every wood got me numb. Also, is a line that you have to fuck with this line. This is great. And the chorus is also catchy, as most of his are. Blonde guts, drip, drip, when I bleed. He just repeats that over and over again. Also think, personally, it's a great outro. It's just, yeah, it's a perfect song to describe his sound as well. This is also another, like, entry-level Bone song, I think, that you can just listen to. And a lot of people are going to enjoy it, because this is nothing weird, you know, this is just chill-ass music, which kind of describes this whole album for me. I'm going to be honest. This whole album is just a chill experience, and the songs fit together so well, which is probably why it's seen so highly in his ranking of albums, and why I also ranked it very highly. And I did for good reason. It's a great album, it's a classic album. Been enjoying it for a lot of years now. I hope you are all enjoying this album as well, and maybe you haven't even heard this album. If you have not heard this album, I recommend listening to the whole thing, and let me know if there's any standout songs. There's maybe any songs on here that you think are actually bad. Like, do you guys think there's any C or even D tier songs on here? I personally don't think so, but maybe some of you don't like some of these songs. I fuck with all of them, which is why the ranking's gonna look like this. Kind of a weird shape we got going on right here, but I'll fuck with it. Great ranking, in my opinion. This is right. I don't think I need to change much about this. This is gonna be my conclusive skinny ranking with these songs right here. With Life as the House, I guess, as the worst song. It's not really fair, I guess, since it's the interlude, but best song with Trees Meet the Freeway. I hope y'all enjoyed the ranking, and you have a great day.